Music suddenly went down.
Remember you're a womble. Remember you're a womble. Remember you're a womble.
We have light. Everyone, Ray the Dashing Womble here. Well, hope everyone had a great Wednesday. Hopefully all the Dashers did real well, and whomever else was out there delivering, and hopefully all the customers got their food as they wanted. Well, first of all, it was a bit of a stormy evening here. Not as bad as it was the night before though, that's for sure. And it's now 1:50 AM on a Thursday morning, which means I'm not going to get a lot of sleep because I have to get Mrs. Womble to the doctor's at 10:30 AM. Downtown Kansas City. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be fun. Anyway, gotta put the heating on just a tad there, put a bit of blower on. So yesterday, I didn't go. Things didn't go as planned, as usual. Mrs. Womble got home and I went off and delivered. Didn't go deliver nothing. Went over to a home about 3 miles away from here or so, and I think it's 3.5 miles. Anyway, round about that, and did a proxy pics. I'll put the pictures up here actually for that. It's a residential one, and it was the usual 6 pictures. Yeah, 6 pictures. Front of the house, front right, front left. Address verifications, basically just zoom in on the house number, and both sides of the street views from it. And actually I did put an additional one because it had a separate garage which was at the back, which I could see from the road. Again, I didn't even have to get out. And it was in a quite nice neighbourhood, to be fair. It was actually quite nice, we thought. Anyway, it was, and then just answer the questions as well on there. I'm going to put everything up here on that one. But just to let you know, I got there at 4 o'clock. The first picture I took was at 4 o'clock. I hit the submit assignment button at 4:06. Just looked at it. So done and dusted certainly within the 10-minute mode, and it was $20. They don't always work out like that. I mean, as regards, they're not always that close, but you don't have to take them. I've got the radius for where I will take up to 30 miles, which I think is the most you can do. But I just did that because just in case there was something I wanted to do in an area that far away. But you don't have to take them. Do not have to take them. There appears to be no worries about that. Although I'm sure if you did do it too often, then, you know, if you took it and then cancelled it, then maybe that will become a problem. But anyway, I actually took it in the morning. Mrs. Womble was at dialysis and asked him for an extension, which they gave me another 24 hours on it. I didn't need that, but anyway, and I had it done and dusted. So now it's still waiting for review. Anyhow, went straight into dashing, to be fair, because it took us to the other side of town. So I went over by Jack Stack Barbecue, etc. And the map was grey. But so I put everything else on for Doordash. I put everything else on, put Grubhub on, put all the mileage trackers, etc. on, took a picture of the clocks. And there wasn't a lot. There was a few things filtering through, but nothing. Doordash was just grey, and I wasn't scheduled to start until maybe 6, I think, something like that. Anyway, I said to Mrs. Womble, maybe go get something to eat, and it seems to be pointless. Let's go do something constructive. Well, on the way there, an offer came in for hula hands on Grubhub, and we were about to pass that place, or the road to it, and so this offer came in, and it was from hula hands. And like I said, we was about to pass the road anyway, and it was through Grubhub. And I went, been trying not to take flipping stuff off of Grubhub because, well, they don't pay straight away. And it's and they still owe me money from last year, which I'm still trying to flipping fight to get. I don't know what the problem is with him. Maybe I'm gonna have to give him a call. Anyway, so I think it was like 1760. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of the acceptance screen. It appears, I just found that out. But I went, $17, and it was going 4 miles, 5 miles, something like that. It wasn't far, honest. It was really not that far at all. And in fact, it was going up the other end of town where I wanted to bloody go in the first place, because we was going to go to Jason's and get something to eat. So anyway, I went, sod it, I'll take that. So I went over there. Mrs. Womble's like, what's going on? Good job. Oh. Anyway, she was thinking we was going off to get something to eat, and all of a sudden it stopped to do her job. But anyway, so went off. That wasn't ready. They were just bagging it up. It was around about 4:30, so it was not busy there at all at that time. There was people there, but not a lot. Anyway, got that, and off I went got up to the customer's house, and was taking a picture, and very nice house. Anyway, pulled back, taking a picture, and the lady came to the door, and she was behind the storm door. I thanked her for her business, and wished her well, and off I went. And ended up going to get something to eat from that, which hopefully I would have found everything and put it up here by then. Went to Jason's. Went in Jason's. I always seem to get, normally there was a lot of people in there today. I guess more and more people are coming out now a bit earlier, and now the bad weather or whatever isn't upon us. More people are venturing out. Anyway, so got in there and ordered up one of my usuals, which seems to be a lot more of a usual. But anyway, got that, and so sat down and waited for that to arrive, and the young lady came out and gave Mrs. Womble her food, and then put my plate in front of me, and I said to her, "Oh, is there no bread?" And I was about to say that, and she looked at it and she went, "No, that's not right." She said, "No, that's not right." She says, and I sort of just said about the bread at the same time, and she went, "No, that's not right." She says, "That doesn't look right." So she went and picked up. She says, "I'll be back." So she took my plate away. Okay. And then came back, piping hot flipping food. Not that it didn't look cold before. I mean, they just made it. And all it was pasta with cheese on it. And melted cheese on it. And a couple of slices of garlic bread. And anyhow, she came back, bloody hell. She says, "That looks better." I went, "Yes, it does. Thank you very much." But we go in there an awful lot, and they know it's in there, and we sit outside there a lot. We've been like in the evenings when they're closing, etc., because we're waiting on work. Outside that, we're in their car park and that. Several other businesses there, like obviously Jason's themselves are there. Gus's fried chicken, whatever they call it. IHOP and Five Guys is there. Not that go in there if I can help it. And then there's a boba bar, and a Chinese restaurant. Akira, I think it's called. Don't go in there much. I think I've only been in there maybe twice. Anyway, so we sit there a lot. But anyway, Joe's, I'm going to put everything that I did up here. Everything. So there'll be like, I might be talking about something completely different. And it's all, there'll be ones that acceptance screens where I've taken a screenshot of it. It's got the map on after it. Tells you all the details of what it's going to be. And then a map after it as regards where in relation I was when that offer came in. And where I told it to get stuffed. But some of them, good grief, to some flipping stupid ones. Absolutely ridiculous. But I will tell you, now, with this new tiered system, where I am at on the scale, it's way below the 50% minimum. I think I'm on 15 or 16% right now. I've had it right away up to 22%, but they just keep putting these stupid flipping offers, and it's stacking them against flipping ridiculous flipping restaurants for not enough money. And I just said to Mrs. Womble, fuck it. I'm not caring. I need to earn some money this week, and I'm not caring a damn thing about flipping this acceptance rate thing, because at the end of the day, it's still a pilot program that they're putting out more of, but it could be just a flipping damn fad on flipping Doordashes. We all know what flipping Doordash is like. It could have this flipping program in for a while, and then all of a sudden it will filter out, and we've all wasted our bloody time, basically. So I'm not caring about it. I'm just back to cherry picking, and I'm going to take what I can that's going to be beneficial to us rather than bloody Doordash. But one thing I will tell you before I carry on, at the beginning of this video, you will see that there was a car that pulled in front of us. Oh, good grief. Sonic was that flipping, was in that person's eyes, and not being on the bloody road, not looking on the road was definitely not caring, not so much of a thought for them. They just wanted straight across the road, and to hell with what traffic was coming. Only thing is like the dash cam, because it's got that wider angle on it, it doesn't show that how close the car is really. You can't really get an idea of how close that car was. You know, the cars behind flipping all slowed down because they saw what this idiot was doing. But anyway, so no, carry on with looking at all what went across there. But it's yeah, the offers that come from Doordash are absolutely bloody diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. So yesterday's ripping experience with not yesterday, day before, experience with Jack in the Box. It was it was weird. We'd ordered online. Mrs. Womble had ordered online just to get something to eat for us. Wasn't going to be anything special because it was from Jack in the Box. So it ain't going to be anything special. But it was cheap. Needed something to fill belly. That was it. Get it. Got there. They said they didn't have anything in stock that we were there. After telling us that they were closed. No, after telling us that there was only 2 of them. That was it. That time they said there was only 2 of them. It was, well, there's only 2 of us, as Mrs. Womble said. We didn't order that bloody much, for crying out loud. Couple of tacos and a couple of those little breakfast sandwiches or whatever they were. That was all that we had. Anyway, and a couple of drinks. Although both of those were waters. Anyway, it just and then they told us that they didn't have the food available. Now, why the bloody hell are you even open? Why are you even bothering to take flipping orders? Anyway, and then they said, oh, we'll give you a refund. So they did a refund. Then the bloke asked for my card, took my card, and then promptly flipping charged me again, of which I ended up getting that money back anyway. I don't understand why he took some more money, took another payment. But that money came back, so I was refunded. So I don't know what the bloody hell. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then tonight, or last night, excuse me, we worked quite long hours, wanted to get some monies in, and we didn't sit around a lot yesterday. Actually, I think our last job was probably around about just before 1. But anyway, but no, it was, I had an offer to go to Wingstop. Like, good grief. Do I really want to go to Wingstop? No, I don't, but it's paying flipping okay. So I took it. There was only one car outside Wingstop, which actually turned out to be one of the employees who appear to be useless. Anyway, when I went in there, he was sat on the counter. Granted, there's not a lot going on a Wednesday night, but he was sat on the counter just watching his phone. I'm sorry I've disturbed you. But you got several flipping bags on the shelves there. Someone's going to be coming in and wanting the food at some stage. Anyway, he gave me the bag, and I said, "Oh, I think there's a drink with that." So he grabbed the cup and he says, "Here you go, it's over there." Fucking all right, I'll go get it then. You can go back to your playing with your phone. I mean, I don't mind getting the drink, don't get me wrong, but it just seemed like, really? Anyhow, got to the van, got everything squared away, off it went off, delivered that. Don't know where it went, can't remember. But anyway, went off and delivered that. Didn't have to go far, I know that. Anyway, so later on, we're back at, get back to IHOP car park. And in comes another job. Another offer for Wingstop. Oh, bollocks. It's $11 or so, or maybe just $11. And yeah, it was just 11. It was 11 on the dot, that's what I meant, not just. It was $11 and it was going 8 miles or so. I went, yeah, I'll take that. And the only reason I was reluctant was because now I've got to go back to Wingstop. Sometimes it's better there than others. It used to be a heck of a lot better when Winston was there and that young lady was there. But since wherever they've gone, it's not been that brilliant. So I get over there and get inside, and this bloke who'd served me before was not there. So I stood around at the counter waiting. There's a couple of blokes in the back cleaning up, doing some stuff with some cooking or whatever. Anyhow, one of them comes out, and I said, "Who I'm there for?" And he went, and he come back. He said, "I'll be about 7 or 8 minutes." All right. So I went and sat down. It probably was about that, maybe 10 minutes, not sure. But I messaged the customer through the app and said, you know, it's going to be a bit longer, but I'll be with you as soon as I can. All of that. Done a little conversation back and forth with her. So she knew what was happening, etc. I told her she says, "Oh, can you make sure that they have the ranch dressing in it? Because they do forget. They've forgotten before." All right, I'll let them know. And then I also wrote on there, we might be just flipping lucky that they've been cooking the food, because it's actually brilliant here tonight. Another new crew that flipping ain't doing that well. Anyhow, so we went back and forth on that. And she gave me some extra directions on finding the house. So, albeit it was already a novel in the flipping in the instructions as it was. But anyway, so waited on that, and the bloke come out of the kitchen, and just before he come up to me, that other bloke that had served me before, who may have been a manager or was a wannabe manager or what, by the seams of it, he couldn't find his way out of managed to find his way out of a paper bloody bag. But anyway, and apparently he'd been sitting in his bloody car out the front. And other people had walked in when I was there. I think there was like 4 others that had walked in there. And this lazy arse is prattling about in his car out the front. Could have easily seen out the window because he was right out the front. But he didn't want to fucking know. I tell you, some of these people, they just can't have, they just shouldn't be fucking working. I don't know, I don't understand why. I mean, I understand that there's some times where there's not going to be any work and you just sit around and do it. But as soon as someone walks through the door, then get your ass moving into gear, mate. Into gear. But anyway, this bloke came out the back. He'd been working in the kitchen putting it together. Gave me the bag, bagged it all up, put a sticker on it and that. And then went and proceeded to go and get the drink, got all the drink done, brought that to me, and I went, thank you very much. Yeah, no problem, missus. I said, maybe you can teach the other bloke if you can do something like that too. He just laughed. Jeez. Anyhow, absolutely ridiculous. You know, for a long time, it was just trying to find staff was hard work. Now it's just trying to find staff that have actually got some motivation behind their ass. Because some of them really need a royal kick up the backside. Definitely they need some guidance for sure. Whether it's to the door and firing them, or whether it's getting them into gear and actually motivated to do the flipping job rather than sit around sodding about on your phone. And it's not that they were just in the lull period and playing with their phone. Do what you like then, but as soon as someone walks through the door, not only me, I mean, I'm there to flipping get. All right, the bloke behind's flipping dealt with me now, told me how long it's going to be. Okay, I've got to sit down, no problem. I know what's happening now. I'll relay that to the customer and Doordash. And just wait. Because he's given me a positive answer. And, but it's the other people that came in after, who were clearly there as paying customers. I mean, my customer paid, obviously, or Doordash's customer, whoever I was delivering to had already paid. But there was 3 other people that have walked in, that were waiting to flipping. Well, actually, no, there was 5. And one bloke flipping went, she walked out. But anyway, it's very odd. Did get several pictures tonight of the stormy skies. I do like pictures of the stormy skies. And there's more storms. It's just a bolt of lightning, just a little white over there. I just caught in the side of my eye, corner of my eye. But there's been lightning show all night long. I've got loads of it on the dash cam. Probably some great flipping footage on the dash cam actually, but I'm not going to mess with that now. But we're supposed to get another storm today, as it would seem. It's now 2:20 a.m. Yikes. 8 hours before I get Mrs. Womble to the hospital. Somewhere in between that, I've got to do an edit of this and maybe get some sleep too. Anyway, on that point, not sure if there is anything else. Not sure. Did get a few more people subscribe, I see. So thank you to those people if you've if you subscribed, and if you haven't already subscribed, hit the button below. Don't cost you a bean. Although you can buy me a coffee. I've got that. If it's not below, it's in the main description. I know there's a link in the main description. But yeah, it's always need a cup of coffee. Which is Womble and I seem to need some oomph ourselves at times. Anyway, I think I'll leave it at that. Hopefully everyone that's been watching has not experienced such bad weather, and if you are, hopefully it's not caused any damage or any hassle to yourselves or to your family or friends. There's a lot of bad weather going on. Well, actually, come to think of that, I got a message twice on the screen when I was heading off to do a delivery. Right flipping, when I'm on my way there, about to flipping look, double check on the directions, and all of a sudden this screaming came through the flipping phone, and it was a severe flipping thunderstorm warning. Bloody hell. And it was rather loud. And right in the middle of my bloody screen. But, and I went, I already know it's a bloody thunderstorm for crying out loud. Look at it, it's all around me. I'm already soaked from flipping delivering from it. Stupid thing, go away. Well, I only just looked at it just a little while ago. Should have read that a little bit more. As it said that, well, you'll see. It said that we were supposed to be getting baseball-sized hail. Holy crap. I might have wanted to know that. But I was too busy trying to get the bloody thing off the screen. Right, thunderstorm warning. I know it's happening. If you told me there was a tornado warning, I might have taken a bit more notice of that. But it didn't. But later on I saw there was some tornado warnings in some areas closer to us, and one was in Shawnee, Kansas, which is where Gig Money Madness is, and I must get a hold of her, and hopefully everything is all okay in her neighbourhood. And I know she delivers there. I don't know if that's actually where she lives, but anyway, but hopefully everything's all good over there, and hopefully everywhere else too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and oh, I did see one doggy today who after a while did start barking. But anyway, and we did get on the live show for Dashing Across America. Very briefly, I put in a message, then I went back out, and I was trying to give it to Mrs. Womble, set her up to go do it, because I was on a delivery. And it was a bit further out, and then I had to get back again, and so now I've got to set Mrs. Womble up with a link on her phone to it all. Get the app installed, because she's not got that on there. But anyway, get her own account. She can go under Mrs. Womble, maybe. Thanks for watching, everyone, and be safe, keep dry, and have fun. Hopefully you'll earn lots of money too. Cheers. Ta-da.